This is the Reds POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Cincinnati Reds. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Good afternoon, Reds fans, and welcome to another edition of the Reds POSTCAST, brought to you by Locked On Reds and the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. I'm Tim Daniel. I'm in my second season here at Locked On covering the Reds, and I want to thank you for spending some time with me today as we discuss the Cincinnati Reds getting blown out by the Cleveland Guardians 10-3. This episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Right now, new customers can bet just $5, and if your first bet wins, you can get up to $150 in bonus bets. Head to FanDuel.com to get started. Well, on today's show, Brady Singer likes to give up a lot of home runs. Elly has a really nice game, and the Reds continue to have issues with runners in scoring position. All of that and a whole lot more. Let's get to it.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Brady Singer has been pretty disappointing this year, to say the least. Let's just call it that. Obviously, I know some people were saying, well, he's hurt. He had that blister in spring training. Earlier in this week against the Nationals, he took a ball off his ankle. Maybe so. But regardless, all we see is what he's doing on the field. And today, he gave up 3 home runs. Oh, I had that wrong. But put the wrong title on there. My apologies. But he gave up 3 home runs. He gave up 5 earned runs. He gave up 7 hits. He had a walk, and he had 6 strikeouts. So regardless, he was bad. And the Reds, obviously, their pitching has not been stellar, to say the least. But this has been brutal. So Lonnie says it here. Brady Singer's given up 10 home runs in 21 innings. He's given up 7 home runs, I think, in his last 5 starts. So, yeah, this is a trend. And it's a trend that's not getting better. And you're looking right now at this thing where everyone's going to look at like the Jonathan India trade. And at this point, I don't know. I think the Reds still won it, but Brady Singer was a guy I for sure would have moved on from in the offseason. And the great I know right now with the starting pitching injuries reports, it's like, well, at least they have a guy. What is he giving them with his 6.26 ERA and can't even get through the 5th inning? This week he had 2 starts. He went 4 innings today against Cleveland, and he went 3 2/3 on Tuesday against Washington. He went 7 2/3 in 2 games. I don't know what's going on here, but the Reds need to figure this out. They need to figure out what they're going to get from him, if anything. I don't think they're going to get anything for him at this point by any means. So I don't think that's on the table. But I do think that something's going on that they got to figure out. And then we'll go through the rest here. So Brock Burke is up an earned run, has a walk. Not a clean inning, but you can live with it. Connor Phillips continues to be Connor Phillips. 2 innings, 2 earned runs, 3 hits, 2 walks, a strikeout, and gave up a home run. TJ Antone, I'm not really going to care about what TJ Antone's stats say on the back of his baseball card. The fact he's in the big leagues is awesome. And today he obviously was not very good as they gave up the last 2 runs. Goes in inning, gives up 2 earned runs, has a strikeout, and also gives up a homer. The Reds as a team today gave up 6 home runs. Yowza. You're not going to be very good if you're going to be giving up 6 home runs. I would say that if your chances of winning deteriorate very fast in that circumstance. And I don't know how this gets fixed, but between Brady Singer's outings where he's doing this and the bullpen not being able to get anybody out consistently, they got problems. And, since the Phillies fired their manager and brought in Don Mattingly, they've found a way to get going again. So if you think it gets better, the Cardinals are playing way above their heads. I don't know if the Cardinals will keep doing this forever, but the Reds got to play them next weekend. And this is going to be really brutal here for a stretch here. So I'm really hoping they can get through this. There's obviously 4 full months left of baseball to play, so I'm not in freak out mode just yet, but I am extremely disappointed. Like when your parents would be like, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. That's where I'm at with the Reds right now. I'm just really disappointed because I don't think they're giving themselves chances to win games consistently right now. But one guy who's out there doing this thing is Elly De La Cruz. We at least have that.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
Well, if there's anything good to come out of this game, it's Elly De La Cruz with a opposite shot left field homer that went 400 feet. That was pretty cool. And they also had a double later in the game. Elly De La Cruz is now up to a 302 batting average with a 904 OPS. That's your plus. I feel like right now he has he can be in the conversation for the best shortstop in baseball, if he's not already. I feel like this team right now, it's, he's their only hope at times, it feels like. Now, Stewart had a good day today, and so did Spencer Steer. We'll talk about them in the next segment. But this right now is it's the Elly De La Cruz show. And it's like, you know what? The Reds may stink. The Reds are going to have some really disappointing days. But at least I can watch Elly De La Cruz play baseball every day. For now. I know someone's going to go in here and they're like, well, when he signs with the Dodgers in 5 years, like, I don't care about that at this moment. I am at today. He was on my team, and I'm going to enjoy every second I can watch him while I can. And that's what I'll live with. But nice day for him. We at least have that to go for us. And then there's the rest of the offense, which we're going to talk about because they got a lot of hits today. They just had their usual issues that we keep seeing them have all the time of late. And that is runners in scoring position. Shocking. I know we're at this point yet again, but we're going to talk about their issues running scoring position and more right after this. But first, this episode is brought to you by FanDuel. The NBA playoffs are here and every possession matters. If you're looking to get even closer to the action, FanDuel has a great offer to get you started. Right now, new customers can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if your first bet wins. That's right, turn $5 into $150 in bonus bets just for getting started. You can check stats, trends, and matchups before making your picks, which makes the whole experience feel a lot more informed. Whether you're looking at player props or just following your favorite stars, it adds another level of excitement to every game. Head to FanDuel.com to get started. FanDuel, play your game. Except it's also brought to you by 5 Hour Energy. If you've got a sweet tooth like I do, you know how tough it is to find that perfect treat without all the sugar. That's why Cotton Candy 5 Hour Energy Shot brings that nostalgic flavor back in a whole new way. This is that classic cotton candy taste you remember, but with a tasty caffeine boost and zero sugar. It's a quick, easy way to satisfy that sweet craving while keeping things simple and on the go. I've always loved cotton candy, but I can't be eating sweets all day. This is the perfect alternative. I like how convenient it is too. It's just a small portable shot I can grab whenever I need a little pick-me-up. It's become my go-to when I want something sweet without going overboard. Bring the sweetness on with Cotton Candy 5 Hour Energy Shots online now at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. And lastly, this show is brought to you by our friends over at Hims. ED is way more common than most guys think. Millions of guys deal with it at some point, and that's exactly why Hims offers a straightforward way to handle it. Hims connects you with licensed healthcare providers online, giving you access to legitimate ED treatments from the comfort of your home. No awkward appointments, no pharmacy lines, just a straightforward process that makes it easier to take care of yourself. The whole process is simple. You just complete a quick online intake and a provider reviews your information. They also offer options like Sildenafil, the generic for Viagra, as a fraction of the cost, plus other treatments so you can find what works best for you. To get simple online access to personalized, affordable care for ED, hair loss, weight loss, and more, visit hims.com/lockedonmlb. That's hims.com/lockedonmlb for your free online visit. hims.com/lockedonmlb. Prescription required. See website for details and important safety information. Sildenafil is the generic version of Viagra. Viagra is a registered trademark of Viatris Specialty LLC. Hims is not affiliated with or endorsed by Viatris. Want to give a quick shout out to our everydayers here who hang out with us in the postcast for the good and the bad, like today when the Cincinnati Reds take a 10-3 loss to the Cleveland Guardians, who now have the 2-1 advantage on the Battle of Ohio. So if you're wondering how that goes, to simply put, the Reds need to win at least 2 out of 3 in the series in Cincinnati. If they tie, they get to keep the cup for another year. If the Guardians sweep that series, then, I think if the Guardians win 2 out of 3, then it goes back to Cleveland. So that's how that goes. All right, let's talk about, runners in scoring position, shall we? It's bad.
Uh-oh, somebody messed up, and it's time to let them know with who fudged up.
Today, the Reds were 2 for 8 with runners in scoring position. Okay, 250. You can live with a guy hitting that. But they were 1 for 7 going into the 9th inning. And so, one little at bat can change everything, right? No, they left 8 guys on base today. And what did they lose by? 7. Okay, just making sure. Now, look, I know you're not always going to get a hit with runners in scoring position. It's not a guarantee that that run's going to score. But some things are just really not making sense here to me. And if you go down the lineup, it just is whatever. So Will Benson, the leadoff spot, I was okay with them making a move there. He hasn't given them anything. I thought that might be a nice spark for him. It's not happening. JJ Bleday had a bad day. I can live with that. He's been pretty good for a while. Spencer Stewart had a good day at the plate. Sal Stewart had a good day at the plate. Got on base 3 times. Did get picked off, so that part's frustrating. Also in scoring position, so that was irritating. Nate Lowe gets 2 hits. That's solid. Matt McClain gets another hit, then has a boneheaded play at the end there. So it's irritating. And then guys does Tyler Stephenson know he's in a contract season? Has that registered with him that he's in a contract season? Because we have not seen him show up yet. A 558 OPS. He does have 3 homers, but 2 of those came in that game against Texas, and 1 came in a game where he hit a grand slam in the first, and then they couldn't do anything the rest of the game. We all saw that one. So I don't know what he's bringing them right now. And I think you can make a case that Tyler Stephenson is the most disappointing guy on the Reds team this year. I mean, if you go down the line, you knew Brian Hayes had a good chance he wasn't going to hit. You knew Matt McClain could struggle. You knew TJ Friedl was getting up too close to his ceiling if he didn't already hit it. This was kind of the guy you thought, it's a contract year. He wants to make some extra money. Maybe we see him back and he gets back to his old self. Hasn't happened. It could, like I said, there's a lot of baseball to go, but right now they are getting nothing from him, and he's been really disappointing. Otherwise, Blake Dunn's playing a little over his head right now. I know he's got a very small sample size, but a 935 OPS. That says a lot that he's pinch hitting for TJ Friedl at this point, right? TJ Friedl sat out a couple games this week. And then he's getting pinch hit for in games. I think we are maybe starting to see the unfortunate end of Terry Lee in Cincinnati. His 530 OPS and 182 batting average, going over 2 today with 2 strikeouts. So this is a lot going on. Their offense is getting better, but there's still guys underperforming. Their pitching staff, one guy you feel like you can trust to go out there and get outs between the starters and the bullpen. That could change. Nick Lodolo gets a little healthier as the season goes on. We'll see. But let's not count our chickens before they hatch, because there is a lot of baseball to play. And through 47 games, the Reds are exactly what the record says they are. Mediocre. And with that being said, we'll go ahead and roll out of here as the Reds are losers today to the Cleveland Guardians 10-3. The Guardians have 10 runs on 12 hits, no errors. The Reds have 3 runs on 11 hits, no errors. Gavin Williams is the winning pitcher for the Guardians. He is 6-3 with a 367. Brady Singer is your loser. He is 2-4 with a 626. And the Reds head to Philadelphia tomorrow for a 3-game set with the Phillies. Nick Lodolo takes the hill for the Reds. He is now 0-1 with an 8.68 ERA. I imagine that's going to come down. He'll be going against Andrew Painter, who is 1-4 with a 6.21. First pitch is at 6:40, so I'll be on shortly after that. And hey, if you are going to be around tonight and have nothing better to do, I will be on the Locked On Cavs postcast after Game 7 against the Pistons. I need a win there, people. This Red stuff's been really hard on me, so hopefully I can see the Cavs get a win there, and we can all enjoy the rest of our weekend. Everyone, thank you so much. I'll be here tomorrow night. I'm Tim Daniel. Have a great night. Go Red Legs, and I will see you tomorrow.